Pennsylvania. We encourage fans from both Penn Hills and Woodland Hills to participate in the Marine Chin-Up Challenge to see who can do the most chin-ups. Ladies and gentlemen, the Woodland Hills Wolverines.
Check. Hey, could you play with the scores? Scores. Just like make it something and change it back to 0. I'm a minute and a half behind, so you know. Oh, and quarter 2.
Okay.
I'm a minute and a half behind. It'll take. My clock says 4:20. Okay, I have 3-2 as the score. Eight to 3. It'll.
And now, friends, please rise.
From UHOS McGinley Stadium at Penn Hills High School tonight, the Battle of the Hills, Penn Hills, Woodland Hills style, here on the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. A very pleasant good evening to you. I'm Bill Navari, and tonight a conference title online for both these teams. An Indians win, they got the conference. Woodland Hills win, they have an opportunity to win the conference. We shall see. They will battle it out shortly as the Northeast Conference title on the line as these old Quad East rivals faced off. Last year, Woody topped the Indians 7-3, knocking the Indians out of the playoffs. The Indians win. They had the conference. They lose. They were out. And Woody High knocked the Indians out of the playoffs. But the Indians have bounced back from that disappointment to be the only Northeastern team to clinch a playoff spot so far. Woodland Hills, meanwhile, has a wide range of potential outcomes from being conference champs with a win to potentially being out of the playoffs with a loss. Woodland Hills has a talented group of young skill position players, along with one of the best lines in 5A. Sophomore quarterback Cam Walters led the Wolverines all year season long with 1,554 yards and 18 touchdowns, but he is out of tonight's contest. Keep your eye, though, on fellow sophomore wide receiver Scoop Smith. 807 receiving yards, 15 touchdowns on the season. He is one of the most dangerous receivers in the WPIAL. Smith among the top 5 in both receptions and receiving yards in the WPIAL this season. On the ground, the Wolverines have leaned on Zykir Moore, 535 yards, 10 touchdowns, to running behind that massive line. The Indians have clinched a playoff spot thanks to the play of Pitt commit Julian Duggar. 1,320 passing yards, 14 touchdowns, 500 rushing yards, and 7 rushing touchdowns. Duggar spread the ball around between Cam Thomas, 6 touchdowns, 432 yards. Mr. Excitement, Martell Palmer, 319 and 5 touchdowns. Natel Mitchell got 210 yards and 2 touchdowns. On the ground, it's Amir Key. 516 yards on the season, 7 touchdowns. He has been the workhorse for the Indians. Captains meeting at midfield for the ceremonial coin toss. The Indians, first time in all black. Black jerseys with the red numbers and gold trim. Black pants, red helmets. The Wolverines with the teal helmets with the Wolverine stripe. White jerseys and white pants. And the Pine and Richland Rams were at North Hills tonight. Both teams with an opportunity to make the playoffs. Great American Rivalry Series game tonight. You see the Marines out on the field with the team.
Woodland Hills has won the toss. They have elected to defer to the second half.
Indians will get the ball to start things off as the Wolverines have deferred to get the ball to start half number 2.
Penn Hills will receive to start tonight's contest.
Thank you, folks, for tuning in and watching here tonight on the Indians Football Network, also being carried on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Those of you Indians fans, if you would do so. If you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please help us out and subscribe. You get notifications of whenever we go on the air, so you'll never miss an Indians game. Jacob Morose kicking off for the Wolverines. Indians will be moving right to left. Now, the key to tonight's game is for both of these teams to keep the emotions in check. Yes, it's a big game and it's heated rivalry. Yet, keep things all in check and get the job done. Morose's kick into the end zone. Indians will start at the 20-yard line. The Indians coming off a 14-0 win over Shaler last week. The Wolverines pounded by Pine Richland 28-0. That was the Wolverines' sole loss in conference play so far this season. Both the Wolverines and the Pine Richland Rams each with one conference loss. The Indians with none. Indians send trips left. Trips to the near side. Kewell coming back in motion. Duggar, quarterback keeper, across the 20, the 25, and picks up about 7 yards. Wolverines jump off sides.
Flag on the field.
Encroachment against the defense. 5-yard penalty will result in a first down.
Hey, watching from the University of Notre Dame. Hey, welcome aboard. Natel Mitchell goes in motion to the right. He'll stay in the slot and come back this way. Duggar keeps it himself. Picks up about another 5 out to the 35-yard line. He'll pick up 3 to the 35. Two offensive plays, 2 runs by Julian Duggar. Feels like the Indians might be trying to set something up. He comes back in motion this way as a high snap. Duggar pulls it back, keeps it himself. Duggar across the 40. Follows his blockers out to the 45-yard line. Another 10 yards for Julian Duggar. And another Indians first down. The Mathis is watching down in Williamsburg, Virginia. Hollis doing a great job with William and Mary. Enjoying following his college career. Duggar rolls this way. Looks like he's trying to set something up. He's out of the pocket and he throws this one away. He was under pressure, had 2 Wolverines on his face. And he took the safe play, didn't try to force anything, and lived to fight another day with a 2nd down and 10. Raining earlier before tonight's game, but seems the rain has passed, at least for the moment. Beautiful night here in western Pennsylvania, last Friday night of October. And Jameer Ellis jumped early. It will cost the Indians 5.
5-yard penalty will mean second down.
Again, if you haven't subscribed yet to our YouTube channel, please, I encourage you to do so. Amir Key takes the pitch and fights his way ahead for 4 yards.
Amir Key on the carry.
And the Indians will be looking at a 3rd down and 11.
Third down.
Key will move to Duggar's right. Natel Mitchell in motion this way. Fakes to Key. Duggar steps up into the pocket, runs right into the rush. Penalty flag comes in late. I think it was a little celebration. Duggar lost 2 yards.
Personal foul, face mask, number 50 on the defense. 15-yard penalty will result in a first down.
Well, a face mask call gives the Indians a first down at the Woodland Hills Wolverine 42-yard line. As mentioned, you got to watch those penalties. Almost throttled the Indians. Actually did throttle the Indians' drive there. They were looking at a 4th down and punting, but the face mask gives them the first down. And first down at the Wolverine 42-yard line. And the Wolverines jumped off sides. And again, that's where you need to keep those emotions in check. You got to be patient here. I know it's a big rivalry. That's 20 yards the Wolverines have just given the Indians. It's 1st and 5 at the Wolverine 37. Key looks for lane to the outside, finds one, gets a first down inside to 30. We'll get down inside the 25-yard line. We'll check where they mark him. They'll mark him at the 23. That's a 14-yard scamper. That's the thing about Amir Key. He makes a lot out of what looks to be nothing. It looked as though Woodland Hills would have had him contained, but Amir Key somehow finds that little crack, bursts through it, and gets big yards. Again, another first down for the Indians. Martell Palmer will loop behind. Ball was on the field, fallen on by the Wolverines. Indians looked like they tried to get a little too fancy.
Number 13, Lanier Butler recovers for Penn Hills. Flag on the play.
So penalty flag at the 34-yard line.
Dead ball foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 13 on Woodland Hills for spiking the football. That'll be a 50-yard penalty. It is still first down Woodland Hills.
Well, the Wolverines get the football, but coming up with the fumble and spiking it was Lanier Butler, and it'll move the Wolverines back to the 18-yard line. Landon Aiken's a quarterback for the Wolverines. Wolverines will keep it on the ground. Brandon Jones fights his way ahead for 2 out to the 20-yard line.
Number 5, Brandon Jones on the carry. Run down by
Yeah,
number
the Indians were moving the football, then it looked like they tried to do something a little fancy, and came up and bit them. Sykeer Moore at the quarterback, penalty flag.
Starts number 8 on the offense. 5-yard penalty would beat the down.
45 yards in penalties already for the Wolverines here in this quarter. Moore takes a snap, keeps it himself, looks for somewhere to go. And we'll get close to a Woodland Hills Wolverine first down.
Number 7, Sykeer Moore on the carry.
I'll mark him at the 26-yard line.
Mitchell. Third down.
So that'll be 3rd and 4. Jones tries to get to the outside, has a lane. Jones into the secondary will have a first down for the Wolverines at the 37-yard line, 13 yards. And that's a Wolverine first down. Again, they were without quarterback Cam Walter. So the Wolverines are going to be running a lot of Wildcat here. Expect the Wolverines to run a lot. Scoop Smith split off to the left. Keep your eye on him, number 24, the top of your screen. Moore again. Stood up at the line, but he still picks up 2 yards.
Number 7, Sykeer Moore on the carry. Brought down by number 1, Nathel Mitchell, and number 7, Cam Thomas.
Jones tries to get to the outside. The Indians are there. Picks up a yard. And the Wolverines will be looking at a 3rd down and 7. Jones this way, tries to fool the Indians. They do on the little reverse. I should say on the counter. And it'll bring up a 4th down for the Wolverines. Rose will punt. Takes a snap, gets a kick away. DeAndre Cochran back in for the Indians. Great to see him after missing most of the season with a collarbone injury. Applied a bit of pressure there. Punt will go out of bounds at the 32-yard line. And the Indians will take over there.
At their 32-yard line.
3:53 remain here in quarter number 1.
And tonight's contest between Penn Hills and Woodland Hills has been designated as a feature game in the 2023 Great American Rivalry Series. We wish to thank the United States Marines and Marine Bonds who selected this game as part of the exciting series.
Duggar keeps it himself across the 35, the 40, up the sideline, and gets pushed out of bounds after picking up a 1st down at the 43-yard line. That's 11 yards for Julian Duggar.
Knocked out of bounds by number 8, Simeon McCoy. That play results in Penn Hills 1st down.
Indians quickly to the line. Cam Thomas, number 7, split to the near side. Martell Palmer, number 9. Key will come this way and join him. Duggar fakes that way, but keeps it himself and fights his way ahead to the for 2 to the 45. And they'll give him the 46 for 3.
Julian Duggar on the carry. Stopped on the play by number 13, Lanier Butler.
3.5 to go in the first quarter. We are still scoreless. Key stacked up by the Wolverines. Nice defensive play. He'll lose 4 yards. And the Indians will be, actually, remarkable, losing 3, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
By number 13, Lanier Butler. 3rd down.
Duggar looks, moves to his right. Cox throws, has a man, and a pass a little high for Natel Mitchell. Mitchell had found himself a spot, but the ball came in a bit high. Even for Mitchell in his 5'10" frame. And now the Indians will have to punt. Duggar punting from his own 30. Gets a kick away. Nice booming kick. Jones from his 21. And Bandy says that's all the further you're going. The Wolverines will take over with 2:18 and a scoreless first period at their own 21-yard line. Nice play by Twan Brad Bandy. Scoop Smith down at the 32-yard line for 11 yards. They got to get the ball to him somehow. Smith takes it himself again, looks for somewhere to go. The Indians not fooled this time. Will stand him up for no gain. Natel Mitchell comes in with the big hit. Mitchell throwing the lumber around out there. Jones on the counter again, and the Indians will bring him down after a pickup of 4. Gerald Jones. Tackle for the Indians, and it's 4th down. Excuse me, it's 3rd down. Well, 3rd and 6. And the Indians will use a timeout. 40 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. We are scoreless. Penn Hills, Woodland Hills, here on the Penn Hills Football Network. Wolverines following the timeout. And a little bit of movement on the line. I think that's 50 penalty yards for the Wolverines here in quarter number 1. Jones takes it himself. Tries to get to the outside, and the Indians are there after a short pickup.
Number 7, Zykeer Moore on the carry.
Actually, more that was.
Brought down on the play by number 8, Jameer Ellis.
And it'll bring up a 4th down. And the Wolverines will let the quarter expire. After 1, we are scoreless. Penn Hills, Woodland Hills on the Penn Hills Football Network.
Your score after 1 quarter, Penn Hills 0, Woodland Hills 0. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you stop by the band concession stand. They're featuring a sausage sandwich, pulled pork, mac and cheese, and their famous pulled pork mac and cheese. Available at the band concession stand.
Wolverines now moving right to left. High snap. Moros gets the kick away. Wolverines dodge one there. We'll take a Wolverine bounce as it hits the 42 and roll inside the 35 and go dead at the 29-yard line.
Up by Jacob Moraz, down by Woodland Hills. Ladies and gentlemen, also make sure to stop on down to the 1-800-USA Army tent, where you can win prizes for the deadlift challenge and much more. Always remember, go Army.
Timeout, Penn Hills.
Indians use their second timeout of the half before even taking a snap here in this possession.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to stick around for the Great American Rivalry Series Most Valuable Player Award and the championship trophy presentation immediately following the conclusion of tonight's
Well, as is typical with every Penn Hills, Woodland Hills meeting, a lot on the line here tonight. Usually a conference on the line, and nothing different this year. Dogger steps. Looks for somewhere to go. The Wolverines are there, but still fights his way out to the, or back to the line of scrimmage at the 29.
Duggar on the keeper. Brought down by number 7, Zykeer Moore.
That'll be 2nd down and 10. Just like last season, the Indians had an opportunity to win the conference, but they ended up getting knocked out of the playoffs on a controversial call at the end of the game. And again, this year, the Indians have an opportunity to win the conference. But there's an opportunity for the Wolverines as well. They could win the conference or they could be out. Amir Key Wrapped up, brought down for a loss back at the 24-yard line. Nico Andrews with the tackle, 4-yard loss. And it'll be 3rd and 14. Well, the Wolverines will use a timeout. Their first of the half. They have 2 left. We'll stop the clock with 10:37 to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you stop by the girls' basketball fry shack, located near the baseball field, where they're featuring not only hand-cut, fresh-cut fries, but their soon-to-be famous chicken tendies. Fries and tendies at the girls' basketball fry shack.
Duggar on 3rd and 14. Straight drop. Looks for somewhere to go. Has nowhere. Finds a man behind the defense. And the pass almost picked off. He was heading towards Cam Thomas. But it falls incomplete, and the Indians punt team will come on for the 3rd time tonight. Indians possessions, fumble, punt, punt. Wolverines, punt, punt. Wolverines come with a rush, but Duggar gets a nice booming kick away. Scoop Smith at the 34-yard line. Wrapped up, brought down after a short return by Tawan Brandy. He'll get to the 36-yard line. That's just a 2-yard return for Scoop Smith. Great job by the Indians to contain him on that one, because Scoop Smith is a dangerous man with the football. Wolverines take over with 10:19 to go here. We're still scoreless. Jones, he's going to throw it. Has a man, Scoop Smith, and he catches it behind the defense, and the Indians bring him down after a big gain at the 20-yard line. Jones only 5'7", let loose on that one, and now the Wolverines close to the red zone, but now they get dropped for a loss of 1 back to the 21. Zaire Moore. Savar Currington comes up to make the tackle for the Indians. And the Wolverines move again.
All-star number 73 on the offense. 5-yard penalty, remains second down.
Rankin Regional 7, Penn Trafford nothing at the end of one. It's pretty much a playoff game. Winner in, loser likely out. Moon up 14-0 on Baldwin. Jones ahead for 3. Moore stays on his feet, loses the football, but I'm going to say he was down. They stopped the forward progress.
False start on the offense.
Oh, wait, the time that counts is going to be another false start. Wolverines move again. Wolverines need to get to the 10 for a first down. They are at the 33-yard line. You do the math. Scoop looks for somewhere to go, gets into the secondary, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Woodland Hills, Scoop Smith. On a 3rd and 23, Scoop breaks free for 33 and a Woodland Hills touchdown. The Wolverines strike first. Up 6-0 with 7:12 to go here in the half. Low snap to kick up, and the kick is good. 7:12 to go. First half, Woodland Hills 7. Penn Hills nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. First quarter, Bethel Park 21. There's going to be Peters Township 21, Bethel Park 7. Peters Township Indians a machine this year. victory by Peters Township in 5A. Wolverines go 64 yards in 3 plays, in spite of 15 yards of penalties. Kick, pick up at the 3-yard line. Martell Palmer across the 25, at the 25. Palmer go in motion, comes back this way. Natel Mitchell wrapped up, stuffed at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. See on the far side in the wheelchair, injured last week, tore his ACL. Certainly wish him the best and a speedy recovery. Much rather be out on the field, I'm sure. Duggar changes it up to play. Key moves to his right. Duggar looks, comes this way, takes off run. He gets across the 25 and out of bounds close to the 30-yard line. For a horse collar. Throws Key off the left pass, completion of the night. No, we're going to pick up a 5, excuse me.
Duggar pass, flag on the play.
Key with a nice block. Duggar looks to take off, but Wolverines will start at their own 14-yard line. Moore will hand off to Jones. Yeah, he gets maybe a yard. Moore will pick up a first down for the Wolverines out to the 25-yard line.